Kiev, Dresden, Moscow, Zagreb, Minsk and Tbilisi. What do all these cities have in common? Their football team is prefixed by the word Dynamo or Dynamo, depending on whether it's spelt with a Y or an I. Now, the keen geographers among you might latch onto the fact that all of the aforementioned teams are based in countries that were firmly part of the Soviet Union. And the infamous sickle and hammer, the true sign of communism, is what shapes the naming of these teams. In communist countries, sports clubs aren't run with the same desire for profit as their companions in the capitalist countries of the world. The closed league systems of America have never been designed to make it the fairest competition, but it is, by the way, the best way to make money, and creating fancy concepts like drafts and playoffs that serve to drive up television revenues and global viewership. And in a similar vein, the communist football clubs weren't designed to be all-conquering sports marvels. They were vessels to bear the names of various government agencies. CSKA, such as in Moscow and Sofia, stood for Army. Lokomotiv, for Plovdiv and Tashkent, stood for Transport. But maybe the darkest of all these, and the premise of this video, Dynamo, despite originally being a Greek word meaning power, stood for secret police. Lavrentiy Beria, the head of Soviet secret police, was an important figure in Dynamo Moscow's 4 Soviet League triumphs in the league's first 7 years. When they were challenged by Spartak Moscow, Beria allowed his own coach to pay higher wages to attract better players, and suggested if he didn't win a title that season, he would be shot. 2 years later, Spartak's owner was then imprisoned on dubious charges that he had plotted to assassinate Stalin. This led to the return of Dynamo dominance for the next 6 years. Perhaps the most successful team, with a name prefixed by Dynamo, are Croatian top-flight side GNK Dynamo Zagreb. However, it was not always named this, and is actually considered a descendant of a club named 1 HSK Gdański, who were dissolved at the end of the Second World War after being deemed too fascist by the new communist leaders. The influence of the previous club is now acknowledged in the Dynamo name, the G at the start of the name standing for Gdański. There is one major anomaly that can't be explained by this naming protocol: Houston Dynamos. The team play in the MLS, about as far from communism as you can get, yet still they bear the D word in their name. Formed in 2005, when the Anschutz Entertainment Group relocated the San Jose Earthquakers to Houston. Originally, the team was named Houston 1836, the year Texas gained independence from Mexico. This was met with protests from fans, as they argued the year wasn't actually a positive legacy, so the team was renamed Houston Dynamo in the style that so many Eastern European clubs were named. However, they didn't know the connotation of the name, and they still don't. The team is still named Houston Dynamos. Moral of the story: when naming a sports team, don't choose the name before you research what it means. Thanks for watching.